Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Superior Livestock Representative Gerald Yeager. Gerald, thank you so much for being on the show with me this morning.
You're most welcome. I'm glad you invited me.
Well, you know, Gerald, when we look back at this last year, we've had a lot of folks back home that have been praying for you and keeping up with you through Will. So let's get started with it. Why don't you give us an update on Gerald and how you're doing?
It's been since September 2019 is when I fell out. And it's been a long road all the way around. But I'm doing good as a fella can do with a sack of batteries on his back.
You definitely are a walking miracle in more than one way, aren't you, Gerald?
I think so. I was blessed, and everybody prayed, and it was great.
Yeah, there were lots of prayers for you. You know, and speaking of prayers and things to be thankful for, you have something else new in your life to be thankful for. Will and Melissa, I know we've talked about it with Will, but they welcomed their baby boy in 2 days ago, December 14th, so you have a new grandson.
That's correct. They welcomed in Grayson, and but he'll always be Little Will to me.
Little Will. Well, you know, Gerald, you know, I've always enjoyed talking with Will about, you know, getting to work with you and following in your footsteps. What does it mean from your perspective to be able to work with Will?
Oh, it's just wonderful. When I fell out, he really took a hope. And I mean, he has done so great that you just can't hardly describe it.
Yeah, no, he's a good one. He's definitely stepped up and always speaks highly of you, you know, and you know, I think that's one of the things that makes Superior so special is the family atmosphere. And
when he was riding in the truck with me, I didn't even think he was paying attention.
Lo and behold, he was.
He'd usually be over there asleep or on his phone. I didn't even know he was learning what he's learning.
and he's learned a lot. He's taken a big step in the industry. You know, we have lots of reps that work with their sons, and then, you know, when we look at our consignors, we have lots of consignors that we get to work with, generations of consignors. That really makes it special. And
Will was already friends with all my friends.
Yeah.
And because he went around with me when he was a kid, and also went around when he got out of college and rode in the truck with me for a couple of years before I fell out.
Yeah, so he kind of had a little bit. He was paying attention. He wasn't just Snapchatting on his phone. He was actually paying attention to what you were saying. Well, you know, Gerald, I just had Joe on, and we were talking about all the changes that we've seen in the industry. You're another staple here at Superior Livestock. Mm-hmm. You've been here since the inception of Superior. You know, when we look back at your consignors, and what are some of the changes that you've seen in the industry?
Oh, just everybody making their cattle better, and just like Joe said, it's a more uniform. Everybody. It's just a whole better product than we used to have, I think.
Yeah, no, I definitely would agree. You know, when we talk about the genetics and one of the things that we see a lot of your customers doing is they're getting started in these value-added programs, and we know that's a lot because of the advice that you and Will are giving them.
That's right. Will he's the program man. I got some of them going, but he took hold of that real good.
Yeah, he did. Well, you know, we always enjoy seeing videos that Will posts of you and him on deliveries together. Yeah. And but, you know, the family time, and you know, we're looking forward to, we know that now we're going to get to see Will and Grayson soon doing that. You know, Gerald, they're wrapping us up. I want to thank you for being on this morning. I know you've got some cattle on. I know you're a very busy man, so we appreciate you being here. We also have to give a shout out because last time we were here on Sunrise, we had to give a shout out to Colt Brody, who was there at KLA Convention. After he left KLA Convention, he and Mackenzie that very following day had their baby, so they welcomed in Stetson Barrett. So the Superior Livestock family is growing.
Maybe him and Little Will be buddies.
That sounds like trouble to me. Right. Gerald, thank you so much for being on this morning. Stay tuned. After the break, we'll be joined by Superior Livestock Representative Danny Jones.